Shadowcoast here, and welcome to Jurassic World Evolution. I've been eyeing this game for a little bit, and it was on sale on Steam, so I picked it up, and I'm excited to jump in. Now, in full transparency, I did play an hour to learn the controls and try to figure out the general game concepts. In this episode, we're going to take on, or start a new campaign and take on the first island. I'm going to try to keep this roughly half an hour. We're going to try to do a speed run through. I will be talking over a lot of the general dialogue to speed it up. So here we go, jumping right in.
Hello. May I say welcome? My name is Dr. Ian Malcolm. You may have heard of me. Well, correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5. Okay, this is as good a place as any to begin. Isla Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should. Just diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are, and you want to be ready before you try that.
I'm Cabot Finch, Public Relations and Crisis Management, and I'm here to help you. You'll start by building a Hammond creation lab.
Alright, we're going to kick this off now. I'm going to talk over this guy a little bit,
You should just attach it to the
and we're going to try to do a speed run here. I'm going to show the basic
Just kidding.
mechanics. Now, what we're building here, which I will show you in a second when it lets me gain control, basically is a facility that allows us to incubate and actually create the dinosaurs. So when you build these, you're normally going to want to put a fence, an enclosed fence, around it, so when this door opens, it's released into an enclosed or defined area, which is really important. Otherwise, your dinos will run free and potentially eat your visitors, which is no good.
You'll start with a Struthiomimus. Select the creation lab.
Alright, so the way we do this, guys, is we select our Hammond creation lab, click incubate dinosaur, we can select our dinosaurs. Now it's important to note that you need 50% or more to be able to attempt to incubate a dinosaur. The percentage here you see is right now we have a 65% chance of successfully incubating and creating this Struthiomimus. So we're going to go ahead and do that since we need to.
Machinations of the ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much and invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a next.
Alright, so now when this is completed, it's important to note you have to decide when to release the dinosaurs. So you can actually incubate and keep them there for a little bit if you need to build a fence or you need a little more cash to complete an enclosure.
It begins. The most precious moment. The result of incalculable actions and reactions, trials and errors.
So our first dino up and running.
And
Can do some free
combinations
camera
of
around.
chaos, all leading to
Now,
living, breathing,
He's gonna run around,
thinking
eat.
being,
It is a
an entity,
vegetarian
distinct and unique.
or herbivore,
And now we
is probably the better term.
just manufacture them. So, well done, I guess.
Alright. So
The Hammond
Yep,
Foundation
still
has
waiting.
3 main areas of interest: security, entertainment, and science. I've already nudged the heads of each division to reach out to you personally. They'll offer opportunities and incentives for you to be part of their team.
I do apologize. I'm gonna try to speed run through,
It'll help you
but some
develop your
stuff
facility.
he just has to finish talking. Now, when you're doing this first mission or island, you will end up doing all 3 major contracts. So it really just a personal preference on where you start. I think I'm going to start with science, just go left to right.
Dr. Dua.
Um,
This is our new director of operations.
I don't think it really impacts anything.
I'm Dr. Dua. I run the
Alright,
science
Dua.
division of our operation. Okay, you're going to need to build your reputation in the science division. Not easy with me around, but you'll manage. That means managing our dinosaur population and seeing that they are flourishing.
It's important to note that that you can't necessarily get the angles
Contracts
perfectly
can be
right,
requested from the division
which
heads inside the
drives me
control
nuts sometimes.
Complete these to
And
increase
sometimes
your
you still need to
reputation
complete the
and
pathing, which
gain
is important to
additional
note.
revenue to keep
To
expanding
rotate
the park.
buildings, I think it's like Z or X. I actually
So one more thing, your reputation, your rep, quote unquote.
kind of forgot which one. I just naturally do it.
If
But
you
yeah,
have a
you
solid
can only do certain
reputation with a
angles so much,
division,
so
you're more
sometimes it is
likely to
annoying.
benefit from
You
them.
can't get it perfectly lined up no matter what you do.
But, like
Now
life,
this is the
it's a
Expedition
balancing
Center.
act.
I'll pause here for a
Each
second so you
division
guys can
is
read a
vying
little
for
bit
your
through.
attention, and
But
if
long
they don't
story
get it,
short, we go to the View Expedition map, and something's really important here. You can zoom out and move around. So there is an extra one over here, which is a Hygonosaurus, which is pretty awesome.
people think
We
money
will
makes
get
the
it,
world
but
go
since we're
round.
doing
But
science,
they're wrong.
I think we
Contracts
need
make the world go
a
round, my friend.
Triceratops,
Obligations
because that's
and
what I did
commitments.
last time for
Complete a
science.
contract and you're
I
rep with the
think
science
so. We're gonna
division
go
will
with that.
increase.
Effectively, what you do on the View Expedition map is you go to these dig sites and you find fossils, and then you research those fossils to unlock additional genome, so you can effectively then incubate. So when we get enough for a Ceratosaurus, we'll be able to incubate one, etc., etc. So they're out doing that. Now the Fossil Center is where we basically take these fossils and then try to extract or research the genome. So that's good stuff there.
Money, huh?
Right now we do have some fossils. One important thing to note, you extract DNA, so that'll help fill in the genome. You can queue these up, so don't forget that, guys. You can just queue it all up. Looks like we did the first part of the mission and perfect. They want us to acquire 50% genome of a Triceratops, and then
It will allow us
I
to
would
work
suspect
together
that they're going to want us to incubate and release one, which we will do.
If you've been listening to
Now,
Dr. Malcolm,
another
then you
piece
know
that we
how
have is the
important this is to
research
us
center.
and to
I
me.
believe researched items actually travel between overall islands.
I knew you
We'll
would
check
like
that out
this.
and confirm that.
Inquisitive,
I've only played on this island, so I haven't actually started the second island yet. So I'm actually not sure, but I think we're going to be wanting to max out research just to make
Together,
other
we can create a more
or subsequent
authentic
islands and missions
version of our
easier.
dinosaurs. That means
Alright,
a
so
complete
she
genome.
basically
And I think you are up to the challenge.
wants us to get at least 50% Triceratops genome, which is fantastic, and then I'm pretty sure she's going to want us to incubate one. So, real quick, since we are running through this, if you click C, you actually pull up your kind of management map. You can go to all your different pieces. Island rating will be important. So the next mission we unlock when we hit 3 stars.
I'm Claire Deering, and I've been on these islands before. On Isla Nublar, I made some mistakes, and I've tried to set them right. I believe in what we're doing, and I believe in these dinosaurs.
Alright, thanks for that. Long story short, we need to get to 3 skulls, or 3 stars. I'm playing too much Battletech, I apologize. 3 stars to unlock the 3-star island, which is Isla Muerta. Basically, it'll have, I believe, new and different challenges as we progress. To do that, we need facility ratings. You can click on here to see plus or minuses as we build things, which we will do. The core missions will require us to do that. How is this going? Keep an eye on your progress here. These guys are coming back. We can actually hear it. The sound's really nice. Before, if you didn't notice, it does reflect sunlight off of certain surfaces, so they've done a pretty good job. We're going to send these guys out to do joint piece and just try to fill out our bench, because we're going to want as many different types of dinosaurs as possible. We are going to prioritize the Triceratops. And then you do find things that you might not be able to extract DNA from, but you can sell them for a ton of cash. So it's always good to keep your expedition on cooldown, so you gain fossils. And then even if you do gain fossils here, what you can do is you can still sell fossils for cash. So you normally make more than you're going to spend when you send them out. So I strongly encourage you to continuously keep that expedition on cooldown. Now, normally, if you have the cash, I recommend you keep research on cooldown. We're actually going to wait for a minute, and I'll tell you why here shortly. So right now, we're just trying to get to 50% Triceratops. +3. We are 50% Triceratops. And you can see incubate and release a Triceratops. So we will incubate and release a Triceratops. Now, there are guest enclosures, emergency shelters, fast food, gift shop. We're going to want to build all this stuff to have a fully functioning island. And that'll also increase, as I mentioned here, your island rating, because you need to have a facility rating. So these are basically, do you have shops, hotels, are your customers happy? Then dinosaur rating, are you entertaining? Do you have a good variety of dinosaurs? And how are they feeling and acting to keep your visitors and vacationers entertained? Look at that beautiful sight, guys. That is our Triceratops. Fantastic. Look at that. Now we've released him. Incubate.
Our new specimens, dinosaurs, are meeting expectations.
So now the next thing we need to do in enclosures is make sure our dinos can be fed. So we're gonna put in here in enclosures ground herbivore feeder. So this herbivore feeder that we just constructed will allow these guys to eat, which is nice. Now, the next thing we want to do here is research center, hookworm parasite. Dinos still get sick, and we want to make sure that we can heal them. So under medical treatment, we're going to have a darted medical treatment for these hookworms, and simultaneously, we're going to do some landscaping here. Now, down here, you can increase the radius, which makes it easier to clear away stuff as an FYI. So we're going to clear this all away. And what I want to do here is actually, I don't know if we're going to be coming back. Too close. Alright, so we want a range, that's an ACU center. We want a ranger station. Alright, so we need to do some clearing, and then down here we're going to smooth this out, and then we're going to see if we can fit a ranger station. So that's what I was saying, you can't just, can't always perfectly angle your buildings, which drives me nuts. Now, one thing's important is you have these substations, and there you go.
To my friends.
You can read these three things.
I'd rather not talk about, but it hasn't dampened my commitment to the dinosaurs.
You do need power stations and relay stations. So relay stations, when we were building this, you saw a green, you can see it here, the radius. This radius is what this station can power. So if your buildings are in it, they'll receive power. So we will have to continuously build relay stations substations to power our various structures. Alright, so construct an operational ranger station. I did a bad job here. I need to keep this guy on cooldown. We continuously want Triceratops. We're trying to get to 70%. These guys came back. Oh, look at that. Now these guys, depending on the rating, that'll impact how much of the genome you can extract. So amber is the best. We want that. We want to get to 70%. One thing that's cool here, guys, add tasks to your ranger teams. You're going to add tasks such as replacing food in the feeder when it's depleted. You can use them to do a bunch of stuff. One of the things I like is you can actually drive the vehicle. So we are in the vehicle. We're going to avoid our scientists. And we are going to go for a little cruise with our dinos here. And one thing that I did not know, recently found out, is that you can take photos and sell those photos. So if you're running short on cash, drive around and take a few photos and submit them. Then you can just click escape and go out. Now those guys will be fine. There are no meat eaters in there, so hopefully they're fine. So 67%. We do need 3% more before we can incubate one at 70%. And while we're at it, I'm just gonna see. There we go.
I'm Isaac. I've been hearing good things about you.
Construct guest shelters to cover 10%. So guest shelters are part of the guest operations here, and they're an emergency shelter that ensures that the guests have a place to go in the event something goes wrong. And I hope I constructed the angle right. I might have not. Let's see if this has power and is connected. 8 power, so we should be okay. Alright, so one thing I would suggest is you have your main missions. So we're currently doing the science one. But you also have contracts, and you can have up to 3 contracts. So you should keep requesting contracts on cooldown, guys. So I just clicked it, and you can pick. So we're doing science. We have one for entertainment. Let's pick up one for security. He wants us to incubate a small herbivore in the Hammond Center. So that we can definitely do. We're going to do another Struthiomimus. And let's see, extract DNA. That'll get us to 70% as long as we get 1%. And we just want to keep these guys on cooldown. So we're going to keep going to the new places. And you have 2 hatching bays, 69%. We're going to wait until that gets to 70%.
I know these animals are considered product, but don't treat them that way.
And the nice thing about these contracts, which I might have not... still 69%. 30 seconds for that one. Come on. 70% on the nose.
You met the objectives and secured a victory.
The nice thing about the contracts, there is a cooldown timer. Alright, so we're not going to do this right now. We just unlocked the other mission because we successfully completed enough rep to unlock it. So we have to do a few more entertainment ones to unlock it. These do have a cooldown, so I highly recommend that you check back early and often and just keep them up on cooldown. We're incubating the Triceratops right now, which is nice. So one thing I'm going to do here is, if you go to, what is it? If you go to the map, you kind of see where people are. And at some point I'm going to want to kind of divide this enclosure, and you're going to see why. Although I'm pretty sure you can assume or figure out what I'm going to do here. Alright, so you want to keep this on cooldown. 200,000. We have some cash. Let's spend it. Still incubating. These guys are out. We want to keep them on cooldown. Fossil Center, we want to keep on cooldown. Trying to speed through this. I think this is going to take more than half an hour, guys. I apologize. But if you take a look at our island rating, we're still at half a star. Poor variety. Poor satisfaction. So I think we're going to want to do some entertainment stuff. Research complete. Clothes shop, which is nice. Let us build a clothes shop. Keep an eye on our power. Power is expensive. And I just heard the chopper land, so I'm pretty sure they are back. So we're sending them back out. Viewing fossils. Keep, ooh, nice. Ceratosaurus. Perfect check mark. We're going to release this dino. I'm going to skip him coming out. But he had 70% genome, so that should check that box. Great. Alright, cure the Triceratops using a ranger team. So we can add task now. We can target them. And one thing that's really cool here, guys, is if we're going to drive the vehicle, you'll see in the bottom left, we have the ability to use a dart rifle. So let's jump in here. And, oh.
You need to medicate that animal if you are to save it.
Hit it twice.
No diseased dinosaurs.
Nice. Oops. Mission complete. So, 1 million. Unlock some stuff. Alright, so now if I go to my missions, I'm going to start the security mission because we have it. And in contracts, I want to pick up in entertainment.
That goes without saying. But under my direction. I think we make a good team. Let's do this again. I'll let you know when.
I've witnessed Dr. do a flail and fail before.
It'd be nice to be able to like shut these guys up,
Does she
but
really think she can accomplish what I have not?
I'm not sure if we can. Alright, so long story short,
Glad to have you on board. As you can imagine,
you can't unlock the new contracts while they're talking, which is annoying.
They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities. That's why I'm always testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. This is where you come in.
I've got to give this
It's
guy
helpful
land what
to
he's due.
increase the
He actually
genome
sees these
anyways.
animals as both opportunity and threat.
Alright, finally.
I'm gonna need you to extract enough DNA
Not
from
yet.
fossils to incubate and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on.
Finally. There we go. Alright, we want to pick an entertainment one. These are randomly generated. At least 2 new dinosaurs, so we will eventually get to that. Edmontosaurus. We have our expedition map. They are currently focused on Edmontosaurus. 2 minutes. Let's view some research. Building upgrades. ACU reload speed. So this is a helicopter. You're gonna see that highlighted here shortly. This one we're gonna hit naturally. Alright, so one thing I have not looked at is finances. So this is revenue per minute. 47,000, so at least we're in the black, so to speak. Which is nice. But we're going to try to get that up. I'm more focused here. We're at 1.25 star. Poor satisfaction. Fun rating 59%, shopping rating 62%. So one thing you can do for your shops is click on this and you can actually impact running costs versus total per minute. So $15 for a dino hat you flew all the way here. Let's make sure people are having some fun. So revenue positive, that's always important. You want your shops working for you, so just keep an eye on it. Nice. Alright, so we want you to come over here and get this guy. I think we have to go to that guy a few times to unlock it. And Ceratosaurus is in review. 15 seconds. Gonna research fences. 5 power, so we want to keep that in the back of our mind. Still, oh, there we go. Just a few seconds too early.
Okay. Next, you'll need to incubate the animal in a Hammond creation laboratory before releasing
And they
and
want
housing
us
it
to
in an
construct an
enclosure.
ACU.
You'll also want to make sure we've got an ACU presence on this island.
Let's create some space. Let's smooth this out. ACU center.
It looks like you've run out of power. That's not good. Build more power stations or increase your output.
Alright, so we do need to build more power stations, so let's clear away some land here, smooth it out, and then down here by power. Alright. Want to make sure everything's connected. Keep doing that, sorry. Alright, so each one provides 60 Matanceros. We can check them out later. Pretty cool looking dino. Vegetarian. Just checking on some stuff. There we go, another contract.
Opportunity with the science division, if you're interested, and you should be.
It's not only the dinosaurs that are alive here. The facility itself is a kind of organism. It needs to grow. Nurture it.
Alright,
Right.
so now we have more
This
than
next
enough
bit is gonna
power.
sound a little crazy because
Unused
frankly,
power
it is.
5.
But we are gonna encourage one of the dinosaurs
Unused power
to reach
50,
our
so we have
containment
55 power.
We'll then
More
react
than
and see
enough.
if our procedures and personnel are up to the challenge.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to take back everything I just said about this guy.
Yeah, me too. I don't open the enclosure and let a dino escape. So we're gonna open this gate. In the meantime, very agitated.
The ACU, or Asset Containment Unit, should be your first port of call to bring down a rampaging dinosaur.
So we're gonna add a task. Close the gate. And one thing we can do is pilot helicopter. And
Okay, we have our runner. Time to tag him and bag him. We're using less than lethal, but remember, that dinosaur doesn't know this is just supposed to be a drill. So watch your back.
While I understand the need to keep our security as sharp as possible, this is not the way I would go about doing it.
You have a problem with how we keep you safe, Doctor. I'm happy to discuss it.
ooh,
At
snap.
a later time.
Alright, so they tranked the dino.
We have our hands full.
Now we can transport them Conversely, down there you should see an option to sell if we wanted to. So you can also sell your dinos if you need to. Now, what I was over here doing a little bit of was some... Those are people. The hotel is wicked expensive, so we're gonna wait to do that one. And food, 7 out of 10. How we doing here? We're down to half a star. We had decent variety. Let's create another.
I'm not telling you to take this next contract, but only a fool.
Alright, ACU scheduling upgrade. So upgrades here, you click the up button and we can actually apply the upgrade. ACU scheduling upgrade? What is that? ACU so it's a specific research thing we have to do for that submission. Alright, so we're transporting this dino. Look at him, he's knocked out. Hopefully he's okay.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Oops, I hate when that happens. Alright, so that was the security mission. You guys got a flavor for that, which is nice. Now, one thing on the map, you can see what's secure and what's not. So these are all over here, which is nice.
Thing is, we're still learning where our boundaries are when it comes to keeping these animals under control. God knows they're working out ways to exploit our weaknesses. Guess we'll find out who gets to the limits of our abilities first. Us or them. Ever vigilant.
And that's always been the challenge of the Jurassic industrial complex. Exploitation versus security. The immense potential for profit and for violence.
No risk, no reward, bud. No risk, no reward. Play ACU scheduling upgrade. How is that looking over here? Two minutes. So we're gonna want to build. Where's the guest? I'm wondering if we can. So let's de-tree this. Alright, I don't know if that's gonna do it, guys. Oh. I think we're gonna need a substation. Let's see if a hotel. Alright, ACU helicopter scheduling. So that basically lets us add tasks to the ACU helicopter. So if it's got to trank more things or do other things.
Everywhere I look, I see new buildings. Looks like you were on top of it.
There we go, we unlocked them. Acquire 50% Ceratosaurus.
How you doing? I got some cool stuff you need to be a part of, so I'm putting it out there. Come on and help the winning team. Mine.
Alright, incubate and release a Ceratosaurus.
Alright, look,
These
I am
guys
all about the show.
are
These dinosaurs,
carnivores.
we have one unlike any other on the planet. Theme parks rely on drawing people in. And what is more attractive than new dinosaurs? Well, me, of course. Yeah, no, what I'm saying is let's get some
Guy's
fresh
real
dinos
peachy.
in the hopper.
20%, so he's gonna take some time.
What's worse, treating these creatures like grist for the mill or propping them up as curiosities?
Remember, keep your contracts on cooldown. I'm requesting a contract, and I think these other conversations are screwing it up.
There is a new job available.
You can
And
kind
I
of
know
pick
just
any of
the
them.
person
I'm
to
just
do it.
randomly going across the board. Incubate in. Alright, so we need profit per minute from attractions. We don't pick sentiment there. Right now we're making 53 from attractions. Although management view shopping is nice. Let me see. 80% complete. Working on it, working on it. Alright, we're gonna pilot the heli. See what happens here, guys. Alright, so this is risky.
Now that's what I call entertainment.
Where's the ATU?
Whoa! Here we go. Your rep is off the charts. So you're getting a
Oh
reward
no.
for Isla Matanceros.
Oh snap. Just taking a look around.
Guest is what we strive to maintain here.
I don't think he's happy.
By making sure their needs are met.
Oh, he's on the hunt, guys.
Like taking care of the pack. More demands and less understanding. Am I right?
We have one dart. Oh, they are missing. You better knock him out, or someone's getting. Ah, knocked him out. Good job. We are gonna drop him on this side of the fence. And we need a fast food restaurant. Fast food restaurant. Well, one thing I'd like to do is have, that's right, live bait feeder, guys. You saw it first here. And in our enclosure, you know what? Right in front of the hotel? That's risky. But what's life without some risk? If he gets out, all our hotel guests, toast. Fast food restaurant. So, gift shop, fast food restaurant. That sounds... I feel like we'd want to spring for something a little bit less... like a little more healthy, maybe? Are we in the age of like vegans and whatnot? Who might ask questions? I love fast food, so we're gonna build a fast food restaurant.
If you can handle
So,
all the chaos of the facility,
use
and the
Expedition Center to unearth a
dinosaurs
carnivore
really, how
fossil.
tough could completing this new contract be for a person of your talents?
That's a carnivore one. Now where were we here? Fast food. Alright, so I think... trying to smooth it out. I'm trying to... Shoot. Alright, well, you have two ways to get there. Not pretty, but it works. And we have live bait.
Like us, different dinosaurs require different diets. Make sure to place the correct type of feeder in an enclosure. I'm a red meat man myself.
I would not joke around, bro. These dinos will churn and burn you. Alright, so we have Dinosaurus.
Things are looking good around here.
Selling some stuff.
I love what you're doing with the place.
Extract. Construct and power a viewing gallery. So in here you can put viewing galleries, which helps ensure they can see the dinos. So we will build one. We will connect it, and then we need to power it. How are we doing here, guys? We're at 1 1/4. Our facility rating is pretty good. Let's see, what are we selling here? Dino bites. Profit per minute.
I like what I'm seeing. Let's keep it up. Satisfaction is what we aim to give our guests. Make them appreciate the little things. And the big things with the teeth and glassy eyes that can swallow them whole.
So what do we have over here? Transmission. Nailed it. So we completed the first mission. So each island has a mission. Draco Rex now available. So that's a dinosaur that we can actually research.
We've got our park running at maximum happiness, and our guest numbers are up as a result. That's what makes the entertainment division the envy of the rest. You get the results. Am I right?
When the parks are running well, our scientific research improves. Of course, I'd never tell this to Isaac directly. I was going to add...
No? No? No. Too late. Heard it.
Little healthy competition. Never hurt anybody. Now, genetic research is interesting because as you research more genes you can add, the more interesting your dinos become, the better your park rating is. So right now, when we look at our...
Security requires vigilance and commitment to the task at hand. You've proven yourself at that.
Alright, we want to choose a contract. Running late on science.
Let me tell you something that I myself have heard many times before. I don't know how you did it, just that you did. So thanks. This new contract was made for
Incubate 2 Dinosaurus eggs in Hammond Creation Lab. That I am happy to oblige. I just want to make sure. So Draco Rex is there, so we don't want to leave. So we're at 2.5, and I think if we add 2 dinos, that'll put us in pretty good standing here. I do want to build, what do we have over here? Clothes shop. Do we have a, I don't think we have a gift shop. Alright, let's put a gift shop somewhere. What do we say about clearing some land over here, and we're gonna throw in a gift shop. Oh wait, that's where it points. Connected, powered, great. Let's make some more dough. Contracts on cooldown, gotta check. 117,000. a minute. Keep confusing them. I would not put your helicopters together, guys. I always get confused. How we doing here? Always be researching. And then one thing we want to definitely do here is some building upgrades. Fossil center, store more fossils. Oh, this one is good. We're gonna get success rate to the Hammond Lab Center. Increases the probability your incubation is successful. I want to bring this a little higher because if it's unsuccessful, you lose all the cash you put into trying to incubate it, which is not great. So, fun. I'm not sure why you're not fun, but you should be. And I think it only lasts for like a little bit, maybe. Alright, let's see. We can pick up another contract. Let's do double down on science, guys. Sell a Ceratosaurus with a dinosaur rating of at least 78. So this is where we can get a little tricky with it. Right now, if this guy has a 75% rating, right? But we can modify its genome. So let's make it a savanna pattern gene. And let's make it a robust digestion. So we're increasing resilience in other aspects, but we're decreasing the probability or viability that it's successful. And so that's 700,000, which is extremely costly. I personally would like Hammond Lab Center to, well, 1 minute left. So we'll look at that. We're gonna send this guy out. I think you are ready to go for Draco Rex. And here, I think if we're lucky, we do have a Ceratosaurus. Oops. Wanted to sell that. Extract DNA for Hyaginosaurus. I do not know how to pronounce these names. And we are gonna do the Hammond Lab upgrade. How long does that take? I should have looked. 3 minutes. Alright, so what's life without a little risk? We have 66% chance. Please don't fail, bud. We need to sell a Ceratosaurus with a 78 rating. What is... Show dino statistic.
Our job, no, our mission in raising these animals is to provide an environment for them to
72.
thrive. Your habitat is too small for them.
I know. Probably is a little too small for them, but... %. How many minutes here, guys? 2 minutes. I want to wrap this up. I'm running over time here. But we are so close to the 3-star rating. If we break that, I think we just kind of end this mission and go to the next. I think we're in pretty good shape. We have a fair amount of research completed, which is nice. 33%. Chugging along. So they're coming back. Alright, send them back out. No rest for the wary. Draco Rex, that guy looks pretty sweet. 48%, so chugging along. What did I say I wanted to do? I said I wanted a Ceratosaurus, but let's make this guy a little more interesting. Arid pattern.
You
Ooh,
need to give
defense.
dinosaurs the right environment if they're going to thrive.
So let's incubate this guy. See what happens. How's our contracts look? Let's pick up a security
I'd
one.
strongly suggest you consider
Nice
taking this
Draco
contract.
Rex. We're gonna do that anyways. Great safety, great capacity, great satisfaction. So 5-star rating. Our dino rating is down. They want more dinos, and I don't blame them. I would want more dinos too. So, whoa, that's cool. I never noticed that. Addition. Oh, those are the upgrades. Nice. I don't know if it's retrospective, but that would be nice. Alright, so 80%. Are we still chugging along? 81%. Kinda slow. When we get to 95%, we'll bring over our trusty ACU. Uh-oh. Whoa. Whoa, 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 guys. He is on the loose. ACU. Oh.
Controls reassigned.
Uh-oh, guys.
Setting additional task.
Oh god, he's loose. Danger to guess.
Like some of our dinos, you have the instincts of a hunter. You see a target, and you
Dude,
don't
run!
stop until you hit it.
Run! Don't stand there! Oh my goodness.
That looks expensive.
I did not. Oh!
Soon. A ranger team is equipped for that.
Trait
Exceptional
genes. Did you
security.
guys just see
Nothing
that?
else here would be possible. That's our mandate. And on Isla Matanceros, you're showing the rest of us how it's done. You're deserving of this reward.
That was nuts. You just ate a.
Picking up asset.
Nope. Cancel. Oh, I screwed up, guys. I picked up and dropped off in the same location. Why was he unhappy, though? Oh, he didn't have another buddy to hang out with. Wow, I was not paying attention to their happiness level. That was...
Wyangosaurus, another member of the Stegosaurians.
Commencing asset.
Alright, so... we continue to incubate this guy. Draco Rex.
Confirming asset delivery.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
No problem.
Дамы и господа, в качестве меры предосторожности и для вашей безопасности просим пройти к ближайшему убежищу.
So when that lady was saying our enclosure was too small, she was not joking, guys. Look at this guy. He is out and about. So you know what we're gonna do? I did not. I clearly did not take her seriously enough. So let's look here. And then we will bulldoze. Alright.
pick up the asset.
Alright. We are all better now. Let's close all shelters.
We can advance our work.
That was nuts, guys. I did not have a dino escape from before.
Take this contract. It's a
He
good
definitely
one
ate
for
somebody.
both of us.
Is there like a record? Guess injury lawsuits 0, so I guess maybe he just didn't die. I'm not complaining. We don't want to be sued, so I'm a happy camper if that guy's a happy camper. We are working on a Draco Rex. Let's get a Haganosaurus. Increase new genome. Island ratings down. Okay, safety. They're not as happy because somebody got eaten. I'm gonna pilot a helicopter here.
Asset delivered.
New genome is available. We're gonna release this guy, and
Understood.
there we go. Isla Muerta unlocked. There you have it, folks.
Yes, Site C, more commonly known as Isla Muerta.
So we will go to that island, but in the next episode, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy watching this and having me screw up and have my guest eaten, please let me know, because I'm happy to do more of this. I will be playing this game throughout, so if you'd like me to post it and you enjoy, please let me know. So please post, please subscribe, and as always, I'm always open to constructive criticism. I've only played this game now, I think, coming up on 2 hours. But it's a lot of fun, a lot of things to like, a lot of things to learn. We'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.